In will come Cunningham. Lancers up high. Shot deflected by Smith. Slapped back down by the Lancers. Sent over into the far corner. And we're going to get a slashing. And that'll be, well, let's see who it was. Number 2, that'll be Goins. He'll head off to the sin bin, so it'll be a 5-on-3 power play for the Lancers. 9:18 remaining in the first. 41 seconds remaining on the cross check for Com. Fortner, Busher, and McClin in on this penalty kill, tied up. Lancers will dig it up. Now they'll bring it up high. Defensive slot, they'll bring it D to D. Near side, takes a shot. Glove save, Russo, rebound right up front. Cleared off into the corner. Chipped up high. Lancers will hold it, toes the blue line, sends it off to the right wing. Takes a shot, Russo with another save. 20 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Knights have Brown and McClin in there, so I'm assuming Com will go to the bench for a forward, as long as we can keep it out of the net here for the next 20 seconds. Face-off won by the Lancers up high. Pote, I think that's how you pronounce it, P-O-T-E, shot right over the glove. Russo, rebound, save Russo, and the net's going to come off as he slid back over to his left. A little too hard into the post. Pulled the net with him. 7 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Fortner, baby Fortner will take one more face-off here. Lancers win it once again. Nope. Fortner gets it cleared. 5 seconds remaining. In will come the Lancers. Com goes to the bench. In comes Gunnar Smith. Up high to Barr. Around Smith. Battle for the puck. Kicked out by Brownie. All the way down. This will be touched up by Banzi. Leaves it for Barr. Barr will come around the backside of Banzi up the left-hand side. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Actually, that's Hart. Saw the 4. Barr is 24. We're loose change up front. Cleared out. This will come to Barr. Slaps it down low. Back behind Russo. 9 seconds remaining. Off to the right slot. Brings it up high. Stolen by Gunnar Smith. Has it chopped away now. Backhanded. That's the end of the power play. Knights kill off a 5-on-3. Around the half wall near side. Chipped off the boards. Shot blocked by Banks. Grabbed by Dunlap. Loses it down low. Continues to chase after it. Can't get it cleared. Comes right back to Gunnar Smith. Left for Cunningham. Cunningham loses edge. Loses the puck. In skate the Lancers. Cross-ice pass. Saved by Russo. Now it'll be Com around the half wall. Barr sends a shot wide of the net. O'Connor down low for the Lancers. Loses the puck. This will be Com. Sauces it up into the air. That should be an icing, as nobody's going to get to that one. Icing will be the call. They'll bring it back to the Knight zone. 6:59 remaining in the first. No score.
This game brought to you by CK Print and Design, your one-stop print shop.
Knights will bring in Richter, Neal, Fortner. Shot, glove save, Russo. Brown and McClin on the defense. Another defensive zone face-off for Richter. Brown comes in, grabs this one, sends it out to neutral. Neal tried to squeeze through that D-to-D pass, couldn't get to it. Loose puck, Fortner will dump it in. Knights will chase after it. Lancers are going to get there behind Banzi first. Popped up in the air. And we're going to get a penalty. This will come high to Brown. shot, Banzi save, cleared by the Lancers. And now we're going to get a roughing on the Lancers. Knights will go to the power play. Hank Neal drew that one down in the corners. He took a big old check. 6:24 remaining in the first, no score. Com, Cunningham, Busher, Smith, and Banks. Face-off tied up the dot. Comes up high. Cunningham. Cross-ice pass towards Com. Com down low. Banks will cycle up high to give him somewhere to go with the puck. Toes the blue line, peels around. High slot shot right over the blocker of Banzi. Saved by that right shoulder, cleared out by the Lancers. Com will come back. Leaves it for Cunningham. Cunningham up the left-hand side. Gains the blue line. Sends it in. Loose up front. Saved by Banzi. Grabbed by Cunningham. Shot. Com. Save. Blocked up front. Dumped in by the Lancers. 45 seconds remaining. Cunningham brings it over near side. Banks. Right over to Gunnar Smith. Poke checked away. Loose puck. Grabbed by Banks down in the deep corner. Gives it for Smith. Cunningham. Smith. Com. Shot. Shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 10, Evan Com. From number 7, Gunnar Smith. And number 73, Brody Cunningham. Power play goal for the Knights. Com from Smith from Cunningham. 1-0 Knights. 5:19 remaining in the first. Face-off won by the Knights, way down into the Knight zone. Big forecheck here by the Lancers. Loose puck grabbed by Larson. Chipped around the half boards. Lancers hold it. Around the half boards again. Lancers hold it once again. Now it's deflected off into the far corner. Brownie lost his twig. Now to be Larson up the boards. Foot race for the puck. Deflected. Weissing is waved off. Lancers get there first. Forecheck. Loose puck grabbed by Smith. Tries a backhander wraparound. Now it's deflected. Banzi with the save. Goes off into the near corner. Loose out front. Now it'll trickle out. This will be grabbed by Brown in the Knight zone. Chopped high up the air over Smith. Larson will get there. Down into the corner. Tried to send it back to Smith. Loose up front. Slapped away by the Lancers. Down goes McLennan. We got a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Shot. Russo with a glove save. They'll blow a dead face off in the Knight zone. 4:13 remaining in the first.
Score a goal today and call Peak 9 Insurance for your home, auto, and business needs.
Neal, Chicani, Fortner, Morrison, and Goins check in on this defensive zone face-off. Barr and Chicani will battle it out at the dot. Grabbed by Morrison, sends around the board, bounces off Fortner. Now it trickles off into the far corner, loose up front. Now it'll be deflected out into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Chicani, he'll turn and burn, bounces it off Fortner's skate. Grabbed by the Lancers, now stolen by Neal at the red line. Looks ahead, has got Chicani, chipped down into the Lancers zone. Down into the corner, Chicani will chase after it. Lancers get to it. Now to be Hart. Out to Barr. Barr will gain the red line, sends it right towards Russo, right into his breadbasket. He'll catch that one, blown dead. Face off in the Knight zone as we'll get 10 fresh sets of legs out here. Lancers and Knights both changing it up. Com and Cunningham. Smith, Banks, and Busher. Far side face off in the Knight zone. 3:23 remain the first. Knights leading 1-0. Defensive zone, high defensive slot shot. Deflected, comes out to neutral. Odd bounce off the partition. Would have been icing, but comes right to the crease. Now it's grabbed by Com, being pressured. Sends it back behind Russo. Grabbed by Cunningham. Sent up the boards. Grabbed by Com. Tries a cross-ice pass. Just behind Banks. Stolen by the Lancers. Into the night zone. Com once again. Cross-ice to Banks. Banks will bring it in the left-hand side. Takes a big check up against the boards. Now it's cycled up high. Shot by Cunningham. Goes wide of the net. Grabbed by Com. Now he'll send it cross ice, stolen by the Lancers. Com will retreat back. Lancers into the night zone. Round Com. Shot. Russo save. Rebound. Missed. Cycled around the boards. Uh-oh. Lancers player pops up there after hitting the glass oddly. They're tied up with Banks. They continued to play on, but I don't think they heard the whistle blow as the net came off. I didn't even hear the whistle, so I'm sure the players didn't hear it either. Larson, Smith, Dunlap, McClin, and Brown. Defensive zone face-off. Grabbed by the Lancers. Shot deflected, covered up by Russo. And Bo Smith will get a roughing. He'll go to the sin bin. Lancers will go to the power play. 2:16 remaining in the first. Knights leading 1-0. Barr and Larson will battle it out. Face-off comes to McClin. Slaps it off the half wall. Can't get it cleared. Held by Hart. Now it gets deflected out to the neutral zone. Grabbed down deep in the Lancer zone. Here come the Lancers. Up the middle, will go far right. Tries to peel back the middle, down to a little poke check. Does trickle out into the night zone. This will be McClin.
Kansas City's closest, Rock Bottom Lake.
Penalty on the Lancers for high sticking. So that'll neutralize the power play. We'll skate 4-on-4 for the next minute and a second with 1:47 remaining in the first. Then the Knights will get a chance for about a 29-second power play. Smith and Banks, Cunningham and Com on this 4-on-4 even skate. Face off, backhand. Banzi with the save. Cleared. That's going to come all the way down towards Russo. He'll touch it up and clear it back out. Would have been an icing. I don't think he realized it was a 4-on-4. So here comes Smith through the neutral zone. Down into the Lancer zone. Cleared back out to neutral. Grabbed by Com. Has it poked away. This will be Banks. Over to Cunningham. And down goes Cunningham. I'm looking for an arm, and I see an arm, and we're going to get a tripping. So this will be now a 4-on-3 for 26 seconds. And then the Knights will get a short 5-on-3 power play. So Cunningham, Com, Banks, and Gunner Smith. Grabbed by Banks, backhander goes wide of the net. Comes to Cunningham. Hard angle shot, Banzi with the save. Held by Smith. Skates in, takes a shot. Deflected up front. Rebound. Goes wide of the net. 12 seconds. Then it'll be a 5-on-3. Stolen by the Lancers. Popped up in the air. All the way down to Russo. He'll touch this one up. Grabbed by Com. 2 seconds. 1. Power play. In comes Bo Smith. Off of Banks' stick. Back check by the Lancers. They'll skate it into their own zone, trying to kill off some time as it's a 5-on-3. Cleared into the Knight zone. This will be Com. 15 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Com will bring it in. Left-hand side. Wraps it around the half wall. Near side. Gunnar Smith. Backhander. Oh, in off the bench. 5-on-4. Comes up high. Com. Near side. Cunningham. Big battle going on down low. Shot. Glove save. Banzi. 3 seconds remaining in the period. 22 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4 power play. Chikine, Smith, Larson, Brown, and McClin. Really got time for one quick shot if they can win this back. Looks like Chikine's going to line up near side and tied up. Lancers win it, round into the trapezoid, and that's going to be the end of the first. After one, it's the Knights 1, the Lancers 0. Knights will start the second with 18 seconds remaining on their power play. All right, intermission number 1 coming to an end. Russo will head off to our right. Banzi will head off to our left. Cunningham and Com will be on the defense. Gunnar Smith, Riley Busher, and Hoyt Banks for the forwards. Quick run to the locker room. A couple players there for the Lancers. They're right back into the game action. Period number 2 getting ready to kick off here. Nice high action first period. Banzi's ready, Russo's ready, and here we go. Second period underway, won by the Knights. This will be Gunnar Smith, sends it to Com. Evan Com, cross ice, back over to Gunnar Smith, brings it in. Tried to center it to Busher in the middle, stolen and poked away. Here comes the Lancers 2-on-1 the other way. Cross ice, oh, couldn't be handled there, loses his edge. And here comes Cunningham. Tried to push it ahead to Gunnar Smith, popped up in the air. Now Busher trying to get it to Gunnar, pop back up in the air. Lancers will get this one. Gains the red line, sends it into the Knight zone. Now it'll be Cunningham to Com. Back around the half wall, down low to Cunningham. Forecheck, stolen by the Lancers. Kicked off into the far corner. Now Cunningham to Gunnar Smith. Forecheck, stolen in the slot. Backhander off the skate of Com. Now it's Cunningham up the half wall. Can't get it cleared. Busher, he'll get it out to the neutral zone. Lancers will have to get onside. Cross ice pass deflected. Cunningham now lose it. Quick in pass right side, blocked by Com. Back behind Russo, sent over near side. Banks pushes it into the slot. Busher gets tied up. Lancers come back the other way. This is Hart. Brings it in the Knight zone, takes a shot, deflected, goes up into the net. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Knight zone with 13:28 remaining in the second. 1-0 Knights. Larson, Smith, and Fortner will come in. McClin and Brown on the defense. Defensive zone face-off here, far side for the Knights. Barr and Larson will battle it out. Face-off, grabbed by Barr off his own face-off, saved by Russo. Larson backhands it to Brown, sends it up the half wall, held by the Lancers. Blue line shot cleared by Smith. It was blocked by Smith. Now Larson near side loses edge. Here's Barr. And Hart. And we're going to get, I believe, an offsides. Must have trickled across the blue line. I didn't catch that. Face-off will come out to neutral. Larson and Barr will battle it out here. Tied up at the dock. Kicked by Larson. Grabbed by Larson. Ooh, big check by Pote on Fortner. We're going to get... Is that an icing, I believe? Icing is the call. Oh, no, they'll get a penalty. I was watching the action down here by the red line with Fortner and Pote. Didn't see what happened back behind the play, so power play to the Knights. Off to the sin bin. We'll go to the Lancers. Cunningham, Calm, Smith, Banks, and Busher. Lancers win it down the corner, slapped around the half wall, pops out to neutral. This will be Cunningham. Over to Banks, bounces off his stick right to Britt. Britt will send it down right to Russo, kicks it off to the side. Ooh, ref got right in the way of that, trying to jump out of the way. Cunningham now will get it to Calm. Cross-ice pass just out in front of Cunningham. Busher wasn't looking for it. Bounces right back to Cunningham. He'll bring it in left side shot. Banzi with a glove save. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Lancer zone. Smith, Larson, and Banks will be out here for this face-off. Larson will take the face-off. Smith comes out. Grabbed by Larson. Up high to Cunningham. Shot. Blocked by the Lancers, and now they're going the other way. Britt loses his edge, loses the puck. Back to Cunningham. Quickly up to Calm. And now we got a 2-on-2 the other way, but quick back check by the Lancers slows everything up. Deflected out to neutral. Larson will backhand it to Cunningham. Cunningham was trying to change that angle, toeing the blue line, but nice job by the Lancers. They stayed right in the middle of it and deflected the shot. Now we're going to get an icing, and this will come back into the Knight zone.
This game is brought to you by Par Electric. Par puts people first.
11:52 remaining the second. 28 seconds remaining on the Knights power play. Face off in the Knight zone. Knights leading 1-0. Face-off won by the Knights. Brown will backhand it around the boards. McClin can't get there. Lancers hold it in. They'll send it back behind Russo. Battle for it far side. Brown, Smith. And one Lancers player tied up against the boards. Now it trickles out. Hart can't get to it. Loose puck grabbed by McClin. Here comes McClin all by himself. Now he'll leave it for Busher. Busher on the right takes a shot. Banzi with a save right into his gut. They'll blow a dead face-off in the Lancer zone. That'll end the power play for the Knights. 11:21 remaining the second. We'll go back to 5-on-5 skate. Dunlap, Larson, and Smith, McClin and Brown on the defense. His offensive zone face-off. Backhander by Smith gets deflected up front. Grabbed by Larson, sends it across ice. Brown will step in, keeps it down low. Cleared up the glass. Odd bounce off those partitions again. Well, they must be really sticking out off that glass. We've seen quite a few weird deflections. Here comes Barr. Nice move around. Now we're going to get an offsides. Yeah, Peter, yeah, it was offsides. Peterson tried to argue his point, but wasn't going to win that one. Face-off will come out to neutral. You got to try. Usually not going to win them, but you at least got to try. Just don't push it too far and get an unsportsmanlike. Face-off won by the Lancers. Popped into the Knight zone. Now it's Brown. Gains the red line. Dumps it in. Back behind Banzi. Nice forecheck by the Knights. Battle in the corner. Lancers come away with it. Peterson pushes it ahead. Hart back to Peterson. Dumps it. Back behind Russo. This will be grabbed by McClin. Oop, can't handle the puck. Loose puck grabbed by Barr. His shot's deflected. Brown will send it around the boards. Grabbed by Barr once again. Defensive blue line shot goes wide of the net. And cleared by Larson. Up the boards. McClin with a nice forecheck, but couldn't get to the puck. Quick shot. Oh, almost screened there, and Russo finally saw it. One of the Knights players kind of skating backwards, blocked his view of the shot as the puck was coming right at him. Thank goodness it was coming right at him, so he blocked it with his chest. Defensive zone face-off. Chikine, I saw Neal come in there, and Richter's in there. Going, shot, Russo, save, goes off far side, dives right there by the boards. Now it'll be Chikine, far corner. Rebound, Russo covers it up, save. 9:51 remaining in the second. High danger shot there for the Lancers. Russo comes up big, keeping this thing 1-0.
This game brought to you by CK Print and Design, your one-stop print shop.
I can't see it. Oh, I see it. Smith, Banks, Busher. Face off around the boards towards Banks. Banks looks for that cross ice over to Evan Comm. Chips it ahead. Busher wasn't ready for it. Didn't know where the puck was. Grabbed by the Lancers. Into the Knight zone, right down the blue line. Now they'll dump it back behind Russo. Rips it around all the half walls, far side. Backhander in the slot, goes off into the near corner. Smith leaves it for Banks. Cleared up the boards. This should be an icing call. And they're going to wave it off. Grabbed by the Lancers. Back behind Banzi. Kicked off the half wall. Knights, Cunningham brings it in. Shot deflected, goes up into the net. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Lancers zone. 8:59 remaining in the second. Lancers will change it up. Put 5 fresh legs, well, 4 maybe. Knights will bring in Larson, Smith, and Fortner. They'll keep Cunningham and Comm out there. Larson in for the face-off. Fortner goes left. Smith goes right. Off of Fortner's stick to Comm. Shot way wide of the net. Ripped around the half wall. Cunningham trying to center it right through the crease of Banzi. Comm's shot deflected, pops up into neutral. This will be Fortner. Backhands it crossed ice. Nobody there for the Knights. Lancers will bring it right in up the left-hand side. Tries to come back to the middle. Nice steal there by Smith. Now he'll lose it to a back check. Comes to Cunningham. Little time and space for the Knights. Quickly closed up, and that's going to be, they're going to say deflected. Pote around the backside half wall. Smith cycles it back into the corner. Larson tried to center it to Fortner. That's blocked by the Lancers. Cunningham sends it far side. Popped out to neutral. Right back to Cunningham. Brings it D to Comm. Deflected into the Knight zone off Comm's stick. Now backhanded off the half wall over to Cunningham. Back to Fortner. Here comes Fortner. Left side shot deflected, goes wide left of the net. Far side, Smith will race over for it. Nice job by McClin holding it in. Smith backhands it down low, grabbed by the Lancers, back behind Banzi. Quick cross-ice pass out in front of everybody, arms in the air, and we're going to get an icing. Lancers couldn't quite get there. Face-off will come back to the Lancer zone. 7:34 remaining in the second, 1-0 Knights. Dunlap, Chikini, and Neal will check in. Brown and McClin on the defense. Neal's going to take this face-off against Hart. There's that Barr. One of the two. That was Barr. Down low, grabbed by the Lancers, back behind Banzi. Chipped out into neutral. This will be McClin trying to center it off of Neal's stick, right to Chikini. Now cleared by the Lancers. This is Barr around McClin. Barr up the right-hand side. Ooh, Hart was going right to the front of the net. Good thing they didn't connect on that because it was open as Russo had went off to that left post. Now around the back half wall, Brown gets it to Chikini, cleared out to neutral. D-to-D pass back into their own zone by the Lancers. Dunlap will forecheck, clicked off the half wall, all the way down to McClin in his own zone. Cross-ice pass off the half wall, can't connect with Chikini. Lancers grab this one back behind Banzi. Quick cross-ice pass, Hart. Barr misses on that one. Now into the Knight zone, this will be McClin. Sends it up in the air, near side towards Brown. Slaps it back around the half wall, far side. Neal will come down, chips this one, trying to get it to Dunlap. Grabbed by McClin into the Lancer zone. 6:10 remaining in the second. 1-0 Knights. Now held by Banks. Pressured by Barr. Stolen by the Lancers. Backhander, nice forecheck there by Goins, holding it into the Lancer zone. Near side Banks will pressure this one, comes right to Chikini, shoots! Banzi with a big save, point blank from Chikini. Oh, man, nice scoring opportunity for the Knights. Arms in the air now. They will wave off the icing. Goins will get to this one. Trying to get it ahead to Banks. Banks to Busher. Off of his stick to Smith. Schultz with a nice body check there, separating Smith from the puck. Loose in the slot. Now here come the Lancers, one-on-one. Mo can't get him. Point blank, Russo! They're calling the goal, but the puck's clear up here at center ice. And they're going to talk about this one, see if it was actually in or not. So we'll see if they're going to go with a goal or no goal. And they will count a goal. 5:13 remaining in the second. Lancers tie it at 1. No clue who got credit for that one, as that was shot, and I thought it went off a post and came all the way into the neutral zone. Ref said they saw it go in, so we're tied at 1. Quick shot, glove save, Russo goes off to the near corner. Kicked up the boards, held by the Lancers, now sauced in the air by Com. And we're going to get an icing on this. Face-off will come back to the Knight zone. 4:56 remaining in the second. We're all tied up. Com and Cunningham. Smith, Busher, and Banks. Lancers win it down low. Smith will send it around the half wall. Lancers step up, hold it down, go into the trapezoid. Now grabbed by Cunningham. Backhanded to Banks. Tried to get it to Busher just out in front of him, and Lancers are going to dump it in. They say he had gained the red line, so no icing. Pote holds it in, skates in, glove save, Russo.
Score a goal today and call Peak 9 Insurance for your home, auto, and business needs.
Face off in the night zone. This will be Larson, Smith, and Dunlap. McClin and Brown on the defense. Lancers win it. Shot. That's deflected by Hart right up front. Goes off the far corner. Brown will kick it off the glass. Pops up in the air, and Larson can't touch it because Dunlap pushed it ahead. Now the Lancers will grab it. Otherwise, it would have been a hand pass. Nice hold by McClin. Right back into the slot. Grabbed by the Lancers. Stretch pass to Barr. Through the crease. Goes far side. This will be Hart for the Lancers. Grabbed by Brown. Can't get it cleared. Now Smith will get it cleared out to neutral. 3:40 remaining in the second period. Deflected off of Smith. Will come down in near corner. McClin looking over his shoulder. Lancers forecheck. Get to the puck. Tied up there in the face-off circle. Now it'll trickle out. Barr backhands it up front. Rebound. Russo with a save. Comes off near corner. Battle down in the corner. Finally trickles out. Deflected off of Dunlap. Chips it off the half wall. Held by the Lancers. Long shift here for the Knights as they cannot get it cleared to get some fresh legs out. Now it finally comes to neutral. Gains the red line. Sent right back in. Deflected off the ref. And now we're going to say offsides, I think. Now the Knights will get a line change. Chikine, Richter, and Neal will check in. Along with Fortner and Goins, they'll play defense. So 5 forwards out there. Fortner playing some defense, but he grew up playing some defense, so he knows the position. And one of them utility players, along with Goins. Goins plays a lot of forward, center, and defense. Shot, Russo, they're cleaning it out up front. And that looked like a little uppercut to the chin there of Fortner. A lot of action down low. No penalties on this. We'll face it off in the night zone. Goes down to Fortner. He'll slap it around the half wall. We are going to get a penalty now. And this will be on the Knights. And this will be Baby Fortner will head off to the sin bin. See what the call was. High sticking. Got it up high, and the Lancers will head to the power play with 2:19 remaining in the second, all tied at 1. Cunningham and Com, Larson and Smith will come in for this PK. This is Hart up high, sends it D to D, far side. Round Com, down low into the corner. Down into the trapezoid. Cunningham battling in front. Now it comes up high to Hart. Tipped. Cleared by Com. 1:55 remaining. Forecheck stolen by the Knights. Now they'll send it back behind Banzi. Far side. Cross eyes pass. Tipped off of Hart's stick. Grabbed by Cunningham. Sends it right back in. Potier down below. Larson with a forecheck will tie it up against the boards. Here comes Smith. He'll get the steal. Backhander up front, shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 25, Charlie Larson. From number 77, Bo Smith. Smith 10th assist of the season, 21st goal of the season. Nope. Can't add here. Where's Larson? Yeah, goal number 21 for Larson. And a shorthanded goal for the Knights, and they lead 2-1. Face off, Com, near side, Banks. Banks will bring it in. Right side, takes a shot. Banzi with a save. Up the half wall. Cleared far side by the Lancers. Gains the red line, dumps it into the Knight zone. Back behind Russo. Cunningham. 15 seconds remaining. Cleared up high. Slot shot. Deflected, and Russo spread out, jumps on top of it. They'll blow it dead. 1:02 remaining in the period. 12 seconds remaining on the Lancers power play. Knights leading 2-1. Smith, Banks, McClendon, Brown. Face off, one far side by the Lancers. Their defense, 5 seconds remaining. Near side, back D to D, far side. That's the end of the penalty. Knights are back to full strength. In comes Busher. Lancers, far corner, slaps it off the half wall. High slot, saved by Russo, goes wide. Now it's Brown off the glass. Whoop. Nope, he missed the glass. That hit the tin metal wall on the far side.
Kansas City's closest, Rock Bottom Lake.
36 and a half seconds remaining in the period. Knights are back to full strength, leading 2-1. Cunningham, Com, Smith, Busher, Banks. Wrapped around the half wall by Com. Out to neutral. And we should get an icing. Icing's the call. Comes back into the Knight zone. Com saying it was tipped. Refs say otherwise. And the refs win, like they're going to every time, right? Doesn't really matter what the players say. It matters what the refs see. Face-off, Lancers, deflected. Up the half wall, right to Banks. 2-on-1. Banks left, Busher right. Banks. Backhander goes wide to left of the net. 13 seconds remaining. Comes up, Com, shot, deflected, blocked up front. Rebound, goes wide of the net. Far corner. Cunningham will step up. Loose puck out front. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the period. And after 2, the Knights leading 2-1. We're going to take about they kind of drive this Zamboni a little fast. We'll say somewhere between 10 and 15-minute intermission as they clean the ice. And that'll be the end of the period. I'm not sure what that thing was. I think they were looking to see if the shot was maybe after the whistle or not, and it was not. There was about just under a second left when Com let that one rip from the red line. Wasn't going to score, so. And that's the way the second period ends. We'll be back in about 15. All right, players are heading out here for the third and final period. Still waiting on the Zebras. Knights got things started early on a nice passing around the umbrella. Getting one in early, taking a 1-0 lead. Lancers tied it at 1 early into the second period. And that's where we stood until we got a shorthanded goal. Smith battling down low, getting a steal. Larson going straight to the front of the net. And Smith giving him a tape-to-tape pass. Banzi, unfortunately for him, was a sitting duck. And the Knights regaining a 2-1 lead on a shorthanded goal from Larson, or by Larson from Smith. Bo Smith. Mr. Bojangles. And that's where we sit as we head to the third period. The players are out. They're ready to go. Here come the officials. Typically, the players don't enter the ice until the officials are out, but they got tired of waiting, I guess. All right, nets are going back into play. We'll get this third and final period underway. Only game on the docket today. We will play tomorrow. I believe it's 10:30 Eastern time. Take on the Philadelphia Blazers. And then based on the standings, we'll be able to figure it out. It doesn't look like we're playing the first or second place game, which is the early one. So now it'll depend, do we play the 4 o'clock game or the 5:30 game? 5:30 would be for third and fourth place. 4 o'clock game will be for fifth and sixth. All right, Banzi's off to our right. Russo's off to our left. Knights leading 2-1, final 15 minutes on the board. Knights will come out with Banks, Smith, and Busher. Cunningham and Com. Comes over near side to Busher. Backhands it up in the air to Smith. Down in the corner. Loses it to a back-checking Lancers. Banks far side, keeps it in that far corner, now pinned up against the wall. Banks and Smith are in there. Lancers dig it out. Smith steals it. Now it'll be Barr. Oh, nice move around Banks. Here comes Barr. Can't get it through Cunningham as he drops to one knee, and now he's going to ice it. Banzi will put the hand in the air. It'll come back into the Knights zone for a face-off. Just underway in the third with the Knights leading 2-1. Face-off comes Lancers, takes a shot wide left of the net. Gunner Smith gets tied up down low. Com's in there. Now it'll trickle up Busher. Forechecked right in the slot. Backhander blocked by Com. Shot wide of the net. Wrapped around the half wall. Deflected off Banks. Now a foot race for the puck. Banks will get there first. Skates in. Backhander shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 16, Hoyt Banks. His 12th of the season. And with 13:47 remaining in the game, Knights are now up 3-1. Larson, Dunlap, Smith, Brown and McClin face off Lancers. Out to the neutral zone, blocked down by Smith, backhands it into the Lancers zone, saved by Banzi, now wrapped around the half wall. Cross-ice pass, blocked up front, comes right to McClin. He tries to kill Carter Morrison in the sin bin over there or break his camera equipment. What do you got against Carter there, Tevis? Face off in the neutral zone. I mean, if it was me, I'd understand it, but Carter's a pretty nice guy, you know. Face off, tipped away there by Russo into the near corner. Brown up the half wall. Now it's chipped over Schultz. Larson will race back for it. Grabbed by the Lancers. Now into the Lancers zone with Larson with the steal around backside of Banzi. Comes up high. Smith can't hold it in. Now here come the Lancers. Comes right through the crease, right over the top of Russo. Lancers, Britt. To his backhand, blocked by the Knights. Kalash will send it back down low. Far side, McClin. He'll get tied up. Trickles out. Now it'll come right to the stick of Brown. Brown will poke it out through the neutral zone. This will be grabbed by the Lancers. Back behind Banzi. Slings it near side. Off the half wall to Barr. Barr will bring it in to the slot. Takes a shot just wide of the net. Down low, Cunningham up the half wall. Popped up in the air off of Larson's stick. McClin can't get it cleared. Hart loses it right in front, regains it right at the blue line. Poked away by Cunningham. Cunningham will come away with it. He'll come 1-on-3. Has it poked away, and here come the Lancers. This is Hart. Gains the red line, slings it in. Ooh, Hart's down. And we're going to get a cross check. And it'll be Cunningham heading off to the sin bin. Brought to you by the Westport Flea Market Bar and Grill. 11:40 remain the game. Knights leading 3-1. Lancers will head to the power play. I think they were going to hold him out for a late change, but he was actually out on the ice. Face-off drop comes to Barr. Barr will skate in, shot just wide of the net. Far side, Hart will hold it at the blue line. Sends it back down low into the corner. Lancers, centering pass. Through the crease. Now to be Chikini working that one over, can't get it cleared. Potier will hold this. Now around Chikini. Pressured by Fortner. Shot saved by Russo. Round the backside of Russo. Centered. And that'll be cleared out. Foot race for the puck. Banzi will get there. Sends it up the half wall. Chikini steals it, skates in. Back check by Hart, broken up. Here come the Lancers the other way. This will be Barr. Skates in, takes a shot. That deflected, bounces off the back of the net. Fortner rips it around the half wall. Hart will hold it. Whiffs on the shot. Holds it at the, nope, they're going to say delayed offside, as did cross over the blue line here in front of us. Now Fortner gets tied up down low. In comes Chikini. Oh, big check by Chikini. Schultz will hold it for the Lancers. Ricochets off of Barr, comes out to neutral. Potier. Hope I'm saying that right. Cleared in. Russo, save. Com rips it around the half wall. This will get out into the, all the way down to the Lancers end. 10:02 remaining in the game. Knights are back to full strength. Brown up front. Banzi jumps on top of it. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Lancer zone with 9:54 remaining in the game. Larson, Smith, and Dunlap are in there. Brown and McClin on the defense. Face off will be in the Lancers end, this near side. Ripped around the half wall, out into neutral. Brown will miss it. Imhoff will bring it in, sends it over far side. Tied up by Dunlap, can't get a clean shot off. Now pinned up against the boards, kicked ahead by the Lancers, comes to Brown back behind the net. Round the half wall, Schultz will hold it. Ricochets out to Larson, comes out to neutral. Loose puck grabbed by Smith. Bo Smith will bring it in, can't get it down deeper into the Lancers end. Now kicked back out to neutral. This will be McClin. He'll look over his shoulder and we're going to get an icing.
This game is brought to you by Par Electric. Par puts people first.
9:17 remaining in the game. Knights leading 3-1. Offensive zone face-off. Smith, Busher, Banks. Cunningham and Com. Face-off grab by the Lancers. This will be Hart. Sends it, or Barr sends it over towards Hart. Forecheck Peterson. Loses the puck. This will be Smith. Comes around the backside of Russo. Over near side towards Com. Comes to the stick of Cunningham. He'll bring it into the Lancer zone. Takes a shot, deflected off a shin guard. Goes high up into the net, out of play. Face off in the Lancer zone once again. Comes to the slot, bangs, shot deflected. Gunnar Smith, Banzi with a save. Bang's shot was deflected, came right to the stick of Smith. Banzi scooted over to his left and blocked that one. 8:44 remain in the game. Face off in the Lancer zone once again. Face off one down into the corner. Smith will go down there, trickles up the half wall to Cunningham. Toes the blue line, sends it up, and they're going to say he was off. Oh, we're going to get a penalty. And that'll be Busher roughing. He'll head off to the sin bin. And the Lancers will head to the power play with 8:36 remaining in the game. Smith and Larson will be in there along with Cunningham and Com. Defensive zone face-off. This will be Britt and Larson. Grabbed by Britt right up front. Russo with a save. Now grabbed by Cunningham, and he'll clear it. He'll chase after to be a foot race for the puck. And they both go down. Lancers come away with it. And now we're going to get an icing by the Lancers. Faceoff will come back into the Lancers zone with 8:13 remaining in the game. Knights will keep Larson, Smith, Cunningham, and Com in there. Faceoff will go far side.
This game brought to you by CK Print and Design, your one-stop print shop.
Larson wins it to Cunningham. Over to Com. Quick shot as he's being forechecked. Goes wide of the net. Battle down low for it. Larson comes away with it. Smith goes down. He'll cycle it around back into the trapezoid. They'll backhand it up the half wall. Here come the Lancers up the right-hand side. Larson with the back check. Slows everything up. Loose puck. And we're going to get a hooking on the Knights. And now the Lancers will go to a 5-on-3 for 44 seconds. And that'll be Larson heading to the sin bin, brought to you by the Westport Flea Market Bar and Grill, home of the best burgers in Kansas City. So it'll be Smith, Cunningham, and Com trying to kill this thing off. 44 seconds on the 5-on-3. Minute and a half for the overall power play for the Lancers, with the Knights leading 3-1. Face-off comes to Barr. Cross ice to Hart. Shot. Glove save by Russo. Perfectly played by the Lancers. Perfectly played by Russo. They'll blow it dead. Another face-off in the Knight zone. Tied up. Now it's cleared by Com. As he worked that one over, looked like the Lancers were going to have a point-blank shot, and stick lift by Com clears it. Here come the Lancers the other way. Barr up high. Skates to the crease. Sends it over near corner. Potier. Cross ice. Hart. Tied up by Smith. Now Smith will send it into the corner. Up the half wall. Smith can't get it cleared. Hart will get it down in the corner. Com. 2 seconds. 1. Now it's a 5-on-4. This is Hart. Potier. Back to Hart. Smith interfered with that as he came flying off the bench. Back out to neutral. Cunningham can't get it cleared. Grabbed by Barr. Nice back check by Dunlap. Loose into the corner. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Com from down low. Cunningham clears it. 6:35 remaining in the game. Banzi sends it over. Oh, nice forecheck by Dunlap. Couldn't slap that puck down as the net was empty. Continues to chase after it. Now it'll be Barr. Pressured by Dunlap. Kalash. Boy, he's got a problem. Man, look at Morrison. He's just kind of smiling over there. What has everybody got against Morrison? I think he's a fine feller. Tevis doesn't like him. Lancers don't like him. Poor Carter. Dunlap, Banks, and Smith. Oh, and the Knights have too many on the ice. Refs didn't catch it. Brown will slap it down, dumps it back in. Break there for the Knights. I don't know how all four missed it, but they did. Up the left-hand side, pushed ahead. Imhoff sends it in, and that's deflected off Russo's stick, goes up into the netting. Face-off will be in the Knight zone. 5:47 remaining in the game. Knights leading 3-1. Smith, Busher, Banks.
Score a goal today and call Peak 9 Insurance for your home, auto, and business needs.
Brown and McClin on the defense, cleared out by the Knights. Kalash and Banks. Kalash will get there first for the Lancers. Deflected down into the Knight zone. Gunner Smith to McClin. Up the wall, Banks can't get it cleared. Shot goes wide of the net, wraps around the half wall, comes near side. This will be Schultz. Sends it down into the corner, pressured by Gunnar Smith. Grabbed by Peterson. Smith finally gets to his feet, and now we've got an arm in the air. We're going to get roughing. Like the glass has popped out over here. Out of the track. Somebody had their hand caught in there. Did get a penalty on the Knights, so the Lancers will be on a power play. They're also going to empty the net. So Banzi heads off to the bench. This will be a 6-on-4 empty net for the Knights. And we'll take a small little break here as they try to get the glass fixed so nobody gets their hands caught in there. This may take a minute. I wonder how these things are put together. So you got the bars there that you probably see on the screen right in front of you to the left and right there. That holds the panel in. And then also down below in the wall, there's a little groove, and that's where the glass slides into. This has worked its way up and now is popped out, and it's on the back side of the wall. So I'm surprised it didn't shatter. They'll have to bring out the maintenance crew to try to push this glass up and get it back into that groove in the wall. And for player safety, the game will hold right now. So we're going to take the headset off and just relax for a minute because I don't know how long this will take. Oh, they come in with the suction cups. Now we'll just turn here, let the maintenance crew see if they can fix it. They should stick that suction cup on there and try to lift the glass up a little bit. There, he's got the suction cups on there. All right, early on, the Knights got on the board first, 1-0. Gunnar Smith from Cunningham, and I believe it was that other cat? Didn't bring my little notepads with me, so I forgot to write it down. They got out first. Lancers tied it in the second, making it 1-1. Then a beautiful shorthanded goal from Bo Smith to Charlie Larson, giving the Knights a 2-1 lead as we headed to the second intermission. And then Banks, unassisted, gets the steal, goes one-on-one with Banzi, puts it in the back of the net, and that's where we stand right now, 3-1 Knights with 5:10 remaining in the third. And a little delay here as we're fixing a glass panel that had slipped out. Penalty by Brown for roughing will send the Lancers to the power play. And they have also pulled Banzi with 5:10 remaining, trailing by 2. So they will face it off once we get action back underway with 6 skaters and an empty net, 6-on-4. The face-off will be down in the Knight zone. Busher down there at the far end, wanting to get a little camera time. If you're just joining us, under delay, glass panel had popped out of place. Looks like they've got it back in. They're just working on getting it secured so it doesn't happen again. Doesn't look like it's hanging over the wall at this point anymore. Russo over there, that looks like they got it fixed. Applaud from the crowd. Russo and Brownie over there talking with Carter Morrison as he's been shot at just as many times as both Banzi and Russo, I think. And that's by both teams. So they're going, hey, we can't score on the goalies enough. We'll just shoot it at Carter Morrison. Up high, won by Lancers. Potier back behind the net. Cunningham over in the corner. Lancers pop it out. Now it'll be Hart. Over to Potier. Cross back over to Hart. Takes a shot, blocker, save Russo. Up high, Potier. Blocked by Larson. Hart once again. Little time and space. Brings it over near side. In comes Smith trying to block that one-timer, but it was missed by Potier up the half wall. Grabbed by Barr. Into the slot. Shot goes wide of the net. 45 seconds remaining on the 6-on-4. Empty net cleared. That's going to be an icing. Oh, they're going to wave it off, say it was deflected right in front of the net. Larson will lose his edge. Out to neutral. Here come the Lancers. 30 seconds remaining. 6-on-4. Empty net. Cross ice. Nice tape pass. Now to go to Cunningham. He'll try to clear it. Off to Larson. Dumps it off the half wall. Schultz will come back for the Lancers on this. 3:55 remaining in the game. 15 seconds. Fortner almost gets the steal at the red line. Here come the Lancers the other way. To the backhand. Centered up front. Blocked. Saved by Russo. We got a penalty. And this is going to be on the Knights. And it's now a 6-on-5, but a delayed penalty. Can't add another skater, as they've already got the net empty. Now it's Barr up front. Back check Chikini, and we got a little skirmish going on over here. And now in comes one of the Lancers players, and that's going to neutralize the power play as he checked Fortner, and we're going to skate 5-on-5. Oh, no, they're going to call offsetting. So Cunningham will head in for the Knights and the Lancers, so it'll be a 5-on-5. The big thing is where will they face it off, because the Lancers do have the net empty, and Banzy's going to climb back over the wall. Face-off will be in the Knight zone. I'm not sure I'd bring Banzy back in if it's going to be faced off down here. I'd leave him out. .323 remaining in the game. Knights leading 3-1. Banzy will be in net, but I'd imagine if the Lancers can win the face-off, he won't be there long. And cleared by the Knights. This will come down towards Banzy. Pressured by Banks. Barr for the Lancers, cross ice. Here comes Schultz, gains the red line, dumps it. Banzy's still in net. Com wrapped around the half wall. And that bounced right to Russo, who's standing in front of the net. Another shot off the metal partitions here. Now Banzy will go to the bench. So empty net for the Lancers once again. Face off. This will be Britt and Smith. Lancers with the face-off win. Leaves it for Schultz. Up high, takes a shot. Russo with a save. Far corner, up the wall. Busher can't get it cleared. Bounces back into the slot. Over to the near side, Barr, pressured by Busher. Schultz will hold it, dumps it into the corner, grabbed by Barr, skates in, shot, Russo with a save. Centered up front, rebound, Russo with another save! And now the Lancers will get a goal. And with 2:18 remaining in the game, it's 3-2. A lot of loose change out there in front. Russo couldn't keep the last one in, but what a save he had on that first one. Holy cow. So 3-2. Smith, Busher, Banks, Brown, and Com. Lancers grab it. This will be Hart. Now they'll come D to D, near side Schultz, pressured by Busher. Smith pushes it ahead to Busher, now cross ice Banks. Banks will gain the red line, dumps it in. Busher will come get it in the near corner. 2 minutes remaining in the game. 3-2 Knights, around the backside of Banzy. Up high, Com will hold it, sends one, goes wide of the net. Comes over near side, Brown will save it right at the blue line, sends it back down low. Pressure keeps Banzy in the net. Banks around the half wall. Nice pressure. Comes to Banks once again. Loses it up high. Com shot deflected. Goes wide. Busher will grab it down low. In the near corner. 1:28 remaining in the game. Comes up high. Com skates in. Takes a shot. Shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 10, Evan Com. With his 18th goal of the season, unassisted, came right to the front of the slot. And with 1:23 remaining in the game, it's 4-2 Knights. That'll empty the sin bins from those offsetting penalties. So Cunningham will come back out on the ice along with Com, Larson, Smith, and Dunlap. And I just lost something. shot. Russo comes over near side, and we lost the broadcast. Held by the Lancers. Broadcast is over. I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. Maybe it's still being recorded. Pops out to Dunlap. We'll keep talking and keep going because I think the recording's still going. Into Larson up front. Banzi with a save. Cleared by the Lancers. 45 seconds remaining. Delayed penalty coming on the Lancers. I know this will be on the Knights. Here come the Lancers. Banzi goes to the bench. 6-on-5. Delayed penalty comes near side. Kalash. Cycle down into the corner. Back behind the net. And now the Knights will touch it up. They'll blow it dead, and we're going to get a hooking. Camera might have shut off. The power bank went dead. Oh, I don't have any power. Oh, I'm unhooked. Oh, well, that's not working. Is the button turned on? Face off comes to Goins. Goins will clear it. Shot just wide of the net. Neal forechecks. Down goes Neal. He'll draw a penalty. Nope, no penalty. 8 seconds remaining. Oh, because it was a penalty on the Knights, so no, that's why no icing. Nice forecheck by Neal. And that's the end of the game. And the Knights skate to a 4-2 victory. Knights struck first, getting a 1-0 lead. Lancers tied it at 1. Knights then come shorthanded, get a 2-1 lead from Smith to Larson. Take a 3-1 lead on a unassisted, nice defensive steal by Banks, and then takes it in 1-on-1. It goes up 3-1. Lancers with a 6-on-4 power play goal. Or maybe it was 6-on-5, the power play had ended. Making it 3-2. And then the Knights getting another late one from Com. 4-2 victory. And that's the final. So we're back at it tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 or 9:30 Central Time. We'll take on the Philadelphia Blazers. For the final game of the round robin, and then we'll see where we get placed. First and second place game is earlier, then the 5th and 6th, and then it will be the 3rd and 4th place game will be the latter. Great game, a little prayer there after the game by the boys. Green jumped in for the Lincoln Way Lancers. Final score, Knights 4, Lancers 2. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.